So let us start our today's session. In our previous session, we have learned multiplication of integers. Okay, some properties of multiplication like commutativity, associativity property, and exercise 1.3. We have completed exercise 1.3. So my dear students, I hope you all understood all these examples. Have you written all these examples in your notebook? If not, then write all the examples in your notebook. So in our today's session, we are going to discuss about division of integers. All of you know that division is a reverse process of multiplication. Okay, like 3 into 5 is equal to 15. So we can write 15 divided by 5 is equal to 3 and 15 divided by 3 is equal to 5. Since 5 3's are 15 and 3 5's are 5. Here 4 into 3 is equal to 12. So from this we can write 12 divided by 4 is equal to 3 since 4 3's are 12 and 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. Why? 3 4's are 12. Okay, so from every multiplication statement we get here two division statement. Every multiplication statement we get two division statement. Now 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. Here 12 is dividend, 3 is divisor and 4 is the quotient. Dividend, divisor and quotient. Okay, all of you know this. Now when we divide negative 12 divided by 2, negative 12 divided by 2, how it is calculated as 2 6 are 12. 2 6 are 12. So answer is 6. But here there is a negative integer. So answer is negative. That means whenever we multiply positive integer by a negative integer or negative integer by a positive integer, divide them as a whole number and put the negative sign before the quotient. Okay, so now remember this, when we divide two integers, if one of the integer is negative, then quotient is negative. Okay, here also 72 divided by negative 8. Now 8 9's are 72. So answer is 9. But there is one integer is negative, so answer is negative here. Now negative 20 divided by negative 4. Now look at here. Here both the integers are negative. Negative 20 and negative 4. 4 5's are 20. So answer is 5. But both integers are negative. So answer is positive. So remember students, when we divide two integers, if one of the integer is negative, then answer is negative. And if both the integers are negative, then answer is positive. Okay. Now let us discuss some properties of division. Okay. So first property of division is closure property. Do you remember we have discussed closure property for multiplication of integers. Okay. And multiplication is closed under the division. Okay. Now let us check closure property for the division. So here negative 8 divided by negative 4. Negative 8 and negative 4 both are integers. Whenever we divide negative 8 by negative 4, we get the answer 2. Why it is 2? Since both the integers are negative, the answer is positive. And 2 is an integer. Okay. When we divide 9 divided by 3, 9 and 3 both are integer and the answer is 3. It is also an integer. Look at the third example. Negative 8 divided by 3. Now 8 is not divisible by 3. So answer is negative 8 upon 3. But negative 8 upon 3 is an integer? No, it is not an integer. That means whenever we divide any two integer, every time we does not get an integer number. Okay? When we divide any two integers, every time we does not get an integer number. What this says? Integers are not closed under division. This says that integers are not closed under division. Okay? So this is closure property for integers. Now commutativity, second property of division for integer. So here we have to check either a divided by b is equals to b divided by a, which is same as a into b is equal to b into a. So we check here, negative 8 divided by negative 4. Negative 8 divided by negative 4, the answer is 2. Since both the integers are negative, answer is positive. If I change the order here, negative 4 divided by negative 8. Negative 4 divided by negative 8. So answer is half. 1 by 2 is the 2. Here it is, we consider as a divided by b, and here we consider as b divided by a. Now look at a divided by b is equals to b divided by a? No. So that means negative 8 divided by negative 4 is not equal to negative 4 divided by negative 8. That means a divided by b is not equals to b divided by a. Okay. So every time we does not get the same answer. A divided by b is not equals to b divided by a. Which this says that division is not commutative for integer. Division is not commutative for integers. Okay. Now let us check associativity property. For this we have to check here, is a divided by b divided by c is equals to a divided by b divided by c. Okay, that is division of 3 integers. We have to let us check division of 3 integers. If we change the order, then what will happen? Okay, just we have to check in case of associativity of division of integers. So here I take a is negative 16, b is 4 and c is negative 2. So negative 16 divided by 4 divided by 2. Let us check here. First we have to solve bracket here. So 4 divided by negative 2. Now 2 2s are 4. That means answer is 2. But here one of the integer is negative. Answer is negative. Negative 16 divided by negative 2. 2 8s are 16. Both the integers are negative. Answer is positive. So on left hand side we get the answer A. Now if I change the group. Here the group is b divided by c, and after that a divided by b divided by c. Now here I change the group, a divided by b divided by c for the same integers. So a is negative 16, b is 4 and c is 2. So first we have to solve bracket here. Negative 16 divided by 4. So 4 4s are 16. 16 is negative, so answer is negative. Negative 4 divided by 2. Now 2 2s are 4. But here one of the integer is negative, so answer is negative. So look at here, on LHS we get the answer 8, and on RHS there is negative 2. That means 8 is not equal to negative 2, right? Is 8 is equal to negative 2? No. That means we get a divided by b divided by c is not equals to a divided by b divided by c. So division is not associative for integers. Okay, division is not associative for integers. So here we discuss properties of division of integers. First property is closure property. Integers are not closed under divisor. Second property is commutativity property. Division is not commutative for integers. Remember this statement, these are very useful. Associativity property. Division is not associative for integers. Okay. Now let us check one more property of integer is a divided by 1 is equal to a. What this says? Where a is the any integer. When we divide any of the integer by the number 1, we get the same integer. When we divide any of the integer by 1, we get the same integer. That is 2 divided by 1, 2. Negative 3 divided by 1, negative 3. We get the same integer. Okay. Now we are going to solve exercise 1.4. Okay. So let us question 1. Look at here. Look at carefully. Evaluate. First question. Negative 30 divided by 10. We have to just find out some answers here. Negative 30 divided by 10. Now 10 3s are 20. So answer is 3. but one of the integer is negative, quotient is negative. So here negative 3. 50 divided by negative 5. Now 5 tens are 50, right? But there is a one of the integer is negative. Answer is negative. Okay? Do you understood? Okay. Now 0 divided by 12. So if we divide 0 by any of the number, we get the answer. Yes, we get 0. 0 divided by 1, 0. 0 divided by 2, 0. If we can divide 0 by any of the number, we get, or any of the integer, we get the answer 0. Okay, now look at the fourth example here. 13 divided by negative 2 plus 1. Okay, so in expression there is a bracket. If there is a bracket, we have to first solve the bracket here. So that means 13 divided by negative 2 plus 1. Negative signs are different. So here there is a subtraction and sign of the bigger integer for the answer. So negative 2 plus 1, answer is negative 1, right? 13 divided by negative 1. So answer is 13, right? 1 13s are 30. But there is a one positive integer, but there is a one negative integer. So answer is negative. So here our answer is negative 13. Okay? Look at here. Negative 36 divided by 12 divided by 3. Now first concentrate on bracket here. Negative 36 divided by 12. 12 3s are 36. So here negative 3 divided by 3. Now 3 3s are, okay? 3 1s are 3. 3 1s are 3. So answer is 1. Negative 1. Why it is negative? Since one of the integer is negative. Okay? So it's very simple. Do you enjoy it? Okay. So now fill in the blanks. Second example here, fill in the blanks. Look at here, first example is 369 divided by dash dash is equal to 369. Now dividend is 369 and quotient is also same 369. When we get the same quotient? Yes, when we divide any number by 1, we get the same number. So 369 divided by 1 is 369. So there is a 1. Again, negative 206 divided by dash dash is equal to 1. Okay, negative 206. Now quotient is 1. When we get the quotient is 1? When we divide the number by itself. When we divide the number by itself, we get the answer is 1. That means here, right, negative 206. Why it is negative? Since quotient is positive. And both integers are negative, then only quotient is positive. So here, negative 206. Here, quotient is negative 86. Negative 87. That means here dividend is also negative 87. Since when we divide any of the number with 1, we get the same number. So quotient and dividend both are same here. 20 divided by dash dash is equal to negative 2. Now answer is negative 2. Okay. So we know that 10 2s are 20. We know that 10 2s are 20. So here 10 2s are 20. But the answer is negative. So one of the integer is negative. That's why here 20 divided by negative 10. This will give you the answer is negative 2. Okay. Now negative 75 divided by dash dash is equal to negative 1. Negative 75. Answer is negative 1. Okay. Answer is negative. That means here 75 divided by negative 75 divided by 75. Okay. Here we get the answer negative 1. Since the quotient is negative. One of the integer is negative. Negative 87 divided by dash dash is equal to 87. Okay. So when we divide the number by 1, we get the same number. But here the quotient or answer is positive. That means both the integers are negative. When both the integers are negative, then only the quotient is positive. So here negative 1. Here dash dash divided by 48 is equal to negative 1. Now answer is negative 1. Here when we divide the number by itself, equal to negative 3. So if I multiply these two numbers, we get the dividend. Divisor into quotient is equal to dividend. So 4 3s are 12, negative 4. Or we know that 4 3s are 12. So negative 12 divided by 4 is equal to negative 3. Okay. So now look at the one more example here. Verify that a divided by b plus c is not equals to a divided by b plus a divided by c. Okay, we have to check these four values of a is 12, b is negative 4 and c is 2. Okay, so let us check here. LHS a divided by b plus c. So here value of a is 12 divided by value of b is negative 4 plus c is 2. Okay, so when we solve any expression, first we have to solve bracket. So first we solve here bracket 12 divided by negative 4 plus 2. Now negative 4 plus 2 is negative 2, right? Since their signs are different here, we take here subtraction and take the sign of bigger integer for the number or for the answer. Now 12 divided by negative 2. Now you know that 2 6 are 12. 2 6 are 12 and one of the integer is negative, then answer is negative. That means on LHS we get the answer negative 6. Okay. Now let us start RHS here. A divided by b plus a divided by c. So now a divided by b. Substitute values of a, b and c. Here a is 12 divided by b is negative 4 plus here a is 12 divided by c is 2. Here I substitute values of a, b and c. So here 12 divided by negative 4. 4 3s are 12. 3. But one of the integer is negative. Answer is negative. So here quotient is negative 3. Plus 12 divided by 2. 2 6 are 12. So here 6. Now negative 3 plus 6. Tell me. Yes. Negative 3 plus 6 is positive 3. So on LHS we get the answer negative 6. And on RHS we get the answer here 3. So is the LHS is equal to RHS? No. LHS is not equals to RHS. That means here we can write A divided by B plus C is not equal to A divided by B plus A divided by C. Will you verify this? This is not equal. Okay?
Now look at the example number 4 here. Write 5 pairs of integers a, b such that a divided by b is equal to negative 3. Now we have to find a pair of integers which gives you the answer negative 3. Like the pair as 6 negative 2. Now 6 divided by negative 2, it is negative 3. Since here one integer is positive and one is negative. So answer is negative. Okay, when we divide positive integer by negative integer, answer is negative. Okay, so like this pair we have to find 5 such pairs which gives the answer negative 3. Okay, so now 15 negative 5. Consider here 15 negative 5. 15 divided by negative 5, negative 3. Yes, so here there is one pair. Now consider one more pair. 21 divided by negative 7. Now 21 divided by negative 21 and negative 7. Look at here 21 divided by negative 7. Now 7 3s are 21. Okay. So answer is negative 3. Since 1 is negative integer here. Now if I write the integer negative 21 and 7. Negative 21 and 7. I change the pair negative 21 and 7. But negative 21 divided by 7. Also answer is negative 3. Okay. Since we divide here negative integer. If there one integer is negative, then answer is negative. Also negative 24 and 8. Negative 24 and 8. So negative 24 divided by 8. Answer is negative 3. Then 27 negative 9. 27 divided by negative 9. Also answer is negative. So you can find different pairs from these to gives you the answer negative 3. Okay. So it is very simple example. Now next one, the temperature at 12 noon, that means afternoon, at afternoon, the temperature at 12 noon was 10 degrees Celsius, above 0. Okay, above 0, that means it is positive, positive 10 degrees Celsius. If it decreases at the rate of 2 degrees Celsius per hour until midnight. Okay, so the temperature at afternoon 12 p.m. okay, it will be 10 degrees Celsius above 0, that means it's positive, and it decreases at the rate of 2 degrees Celsius per hour until midnight. Okay, at what time would be the temperature at 8 degrees Celsius below 0? We have to find 8 degrees Celsius below 0. Below 0, that means it is negative. The temperature will be negative 8 degrees Celsius. We have to find at what time the temperature will be negative 8 degrees Celsius. What would be the temperature at midnight? Also we have to find what would be the temperature at midnight. Okay. So let us start. The temperature at beginning the temperature is above 0. It is 10 degrees Celsius, so it's positive. The rate of change of temperature is 2 degrees Celsius per hour, but the rate of decreased temperature, okay, since the temperature decreases, therefore it will be denoted by negative integer. So I can write here negative 2 degrees Celsius. Rate of change of temperature is negative 2 degrees Celsius. Then at 12 p.m. at afternoon at 12 p.m. it will be 10 degrees Celsius. Then at 1 p.m. it decreases by 2 degrees Celsius. That means 10 plus negative 2. It will be 8 degrees Celsius. At 2 p.m. it will be again decreases by 2 degrees Celsius. So 8 minus 2, it will be 6 degrees Celsius. At 3 p.m. it will be decreases by 6 plus negative 2, 4 degrees Celsius. At 4 p.m. it will be 4 plus negative 2, 2 degrees Celsius. At 5 p.m. 2 plus negative 2, 0 degrees Celsius. At 4 p.m. the temperature is 5 p.m. the temperature is 0 degrees Celsius. We decrease the temperatures by 2 degrees Celsius after 1 hour. Okay. So after 6 p.m. that means temperature at 6 p.m. it will be 0 plus negative 2. 0 plus negative 2. That means negative 2 degrees Celsius. Temperature at 7 p.m. it is negative 2 plus negative 2. That means negative 4 degrees Celsius. At 8 p.m. it will again decreases by 2 degrees Celsius. So negative 4 plus negative 2. It will be negative 6 degrees Celsius. Temperature at 9 p.m. it will be negative 6 minus negative 2. That means negative 8 Celsius. Okay. No, our question is at what would be the temperature at 8 degrees Celsius below 0. So at what time? At 9 p.m. So our answer is at 9 p.m. the temperature will be 8 degrees Celsius below 0. That means it's negative temperature. Okay. So our answer is at 9 p.m. temperature will be 8 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now there is one more question. That is, what would be the temperature at midnight? That means you have to find at 12 p.m. Okay. So at midnight, so up to 9 p.m. the temperature will be 8 degrees Celsius. Okay. So temperature at 10 p.m. it will be negative 8 plus negative 2, negative 10. At 11 p.m. negative 10 minus plus negative 2. That is negative 12 Celsius. And at 12 p.m. at midnight, negative 12 plus negative 2. That is negative 14 degrees Celsius. Okay. So at midnight the temperature will be negative 14 degrees Celsius below 0. So So the temperature is negative since it is below 0. Okay, at midnight. Okay, so it's very simple. So when the temperature or whenever the temperature is decreases, okay, or every time when you have to use the decreasing number or decreasing concept, then you have to use negative integer. Okay, you have to put the negative sign for the integer. Okay, so remember this is very important. Now look at the question number 6 here. In a class test, plus 3 marks are given for every correct answer. That means if our answer is correct, we get plus 3 marks, and negative 2 marks are given for every incorrect answer. That means answer is wrong, then you get the negative 2 marks. And number of marks not attempting any questions, and no marks for not attending any questions. So now the first question is, Radhika scored 20 marks if she has got 12 correct answer. Okay, Radhika scored 20 marks in a test and she has got 12 correct answers. How many questions has she attempted incorrectly? We have to find how many questions she has attempted incorrectly, and score of Radhika is 20 marks. Okay, so let us start. Now for one answer is correct, then we get 3 marks. Marks awarded for one incorrect answer is negative 2. Okay, now Radhika scored 20 marks. Okay, and she has attempted 20 correct answers, 12 correct answers. So total marks awarded for 12 correct answer is 12 into 3, right? 12 into 3, so it will be 36, right? Marks awarded for incorrect answers. Marks awarded for incorrect answer is equal to what? Total marks minus total marks for correct answer. Since we know that total marks for correct answer is 36 and total score of Radhika is 20. So if we subtract this total marks for correct answer from total scored, then we get the total marks for incorrect answers, right? So marks awarded for incorrect answer is equal to total marks minus total marks for correct answers. That means 20 minus 36. So answer is negative 16. That means Radhika has got negative 16 marks for incorrect answer. But our question is, we have to find how many questions had she attempted incorrectly. Okay, this is the total marks for incorrect answer. Now we have to find how many questions she attempted incorrectly. Okay, now for each incorrect mark there is a negative 2 marks, and total marks for incorrect answer is negative 16. Okay, so that means here we have to find from many to 1. We have to find from many to or 1 to many. So here we use, of course, division. So here we use division. So we can find number of incorrect answers made by Radhika is equal to negative 16 divided by negative 2. Okay, so negative 16 divided by negative 2 is 8, since both integers are negative. Okay, and negative is cancelled here. So answer is positive. Okay, so Radhika answered 8 questions are incorrect. Okay, now second question is same as above. Mohini scores negative 5 marks in this test. Mohini scores, that means total score of Mohini is negative 5. Okay, she has got 7 correct answers. Okay, for each correct answer there is a 3 marks. So she got 7 correct answer. That means total marks for 7 correct answer is 7 into 3, it will be 21. how many questions had she attempted incorrectly? Okay, so as like above, we are going to solve this question. Marks awarded for incorrect answer. Marks awarded for incorrect answer is equal to total score minus total score for correct answer. Now total score is -5 and total score for incorrect correct answer is 21. So -5 minus -21, it will be -26, right? So now we have to find number of questions she attempted incorrectly. Okay, so how we can find this? Using division method. Okay, since we know that for every incorrect answer there is a -2 marks and total marks for incorrect answer is -26. That means we have to find many to 1. So here we use division method. So number of incorrect answers made by Mohini is equal to -26 divided by -2. Here there are both integers have negative sign. Both integers have negative signs. So answer is positive. Okay. So answer is here 13. Okay. Now the last question of this exercise is, an elevator descends into a mine shaft at the rate of 6 meter per minute. An elevator descends into a mine shaft at the rate of 6 meter per minute. Okay, descends into a mine shaft. That means it is in the opposite direction. If it descends, start from 10 meter above the ground level. Descends start from 10 meter above from the ground level. How long will it take to reach -350 meter? Okay, how long will it take to reach -350 meter? That means the elevator descends into a mine shaft at the height of 10 meter above from the ground level, and it descends into a mine shaft. That means it's moving opposite to the direction. Okay, so the initial height of the elevator is 10 meter and the final depth of the elevator is -350 meter. Okay, that means total distance traveled by this elevator. Okay, total distance traveled by the elevator is -350 minus -10. Why we write here -10? Since it is in opposite direction. Okay, so -350 minus -10. Total distance traveled by this elevator. Okay, and this is -350 minus -10. It will be equal to -360 meter. Okay. Okay, so time taken by the elevator to descends -6 meter is equal to 1 minute. Okay, now distance is 6 meter. Since it moving opposite direction, so here we write -6. Oh, okay, so this negative sign indicates only the direction, opposite direction. Okay, so time taken for the elevator to descends 6 meter distance, it travels in 1 minute only. So time taken to cover a distance 1 meter. Okay, for the 6 meter the time is 1 minute. Okay, so distance 1 meter by it will be 1/6 minute. Okay, since therefore time taken to cover a distance of this -360 meter, again the negative sign indicates the opposite direction. So time taken to cover a distance of 360 meter, it will be equal to 1/6 into 360. So that is -60. Time is not negative. Negative sign is indicates only opposite direction. So answer is 60 minutes. But you know that 60 minutes is equal to what? 1 hour. That means the 1 hour, in 1 hour, the mine shaft reaches at -350 meter below the ground. So 1 hour is our answer. So students, it's very important examples. Okay, so with this we completed here exercise 1.4. Also completed chapter number 1, integers. Okay, my dear students, I hope you all understood all these exercise and all the concepts of the integers. Okay, if you have any doubt, then ask me anytime. Okay, so students, watch this video and every video or every session of the video carefully. Watch and listen every video carefully. Watch the video repeated times and try to solve these examples, all the exercise in your notebook. Okay, try to solve the examples without help of this video. Okay, my students, I know do you able to solve all these examples. Okay, and send the homework on maths homework group. Okay, have a good day.